Well, everyone, it's finally happened. After several months of public scandals and a lot of infighting within the Democrat Party, Joe Biden finally dropped out of the 2024 presidential race against President Trump. Biden formally made the announcement yesterday on X, posting a letter that reads, in part, quote, "It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term," end quote. Of course, I wish him well in his future endeavors, I do. However, I'm also thrilled to see him finally back out of the race. It also seems weird, by the way, to make this announcement via social media instead of doing it in some sort of official press conference. But I guess this is the best effort that Team Biden can do for the voters, for the American people. I mean, just talk about a giant slap in the face. But in any case, Biden followed up on his cryptic letter with another post on X this weekend, also writing, quote, "My fellow Democrats, I have decided not to accept the nomination and to focus all my energies on my duties as president for the remainder of my term. My very first decision as the party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president, and it's been the best decision I've made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement for Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year. Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump. Let's do this," end quote. In any case, I mean, that's a pretty weird statement, but Biden is also yet to be seen in public since he made the announcement, by the way, and we're still waiting to hear the official reason as to why he's suddenly backing out of the race with less than 4 months to go until Election Day. So what's really going on here? Biden supposedly has COVID-19, and he previously said he would drop out if a medical issue came up with his doctors, but he didn't mention his illness in the announcement or the follow-up to it on X. So I wonder if something else is possibly happening. I don't know, but either way, the American people deserve to know what's going on, as do the Democrat voters who supported him through the primary elections earlier this year. I doubt we'll get an answer anytime soon to any of those questions, but in the meantime, Democrats are showing their support for Harris today, and her campaign team is reportedly pulling in some major donations. In fact, reports say Harris raised more than $50 million in less than 24 hours after Biden's announcement online. Harris is now preparing herself to officially earn the nomination, especially since her party's national convention will take place in late August, so we have some time between now and then. Harris also addressed the country today from the White House lawn, where she praised her former boss's record and said, quote, "Joe Biden's legacy of accomplishments over the past 3 years is unmatched in modern history," end quote. That's a real statement, by the way. Wow. I guess she's right, technically speaking, because I will say this. He has done unparalleled damage to this country and to the world, even though he's only served as president for just a few years. It really is quite tragic. And without further ado, here's the Democrat Party's supposed presumptive nominee for president. Take a look.
Remember Venn diagrams, those 3 circles? Right. And then let's just see where they overlap. You will not be surprised because I have constructed a Venn diagram on this. Remember those 3 circles, how they overlap? I love Venn diagrams. So I just do. Whenever you're dealing with conflict, pull out a Venn diagram, right? And so, you know, the 3 circles. The television coverage of just yesterday. That's on top of everything else that we know and don't know yet, based on what we've just been able to see. And because we've seen it or not doesn't mean it hasn't happened, but just limit it to what we have seen. For us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present. I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know?
6 former administration officials last week wrote that open letter urging the administration to change course, to change strategy. Is it time?
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree.